Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and today's fun fact of the day has to do with China. Did you know that Chinese emperors were supposed to be good poets? Chinese emperors were usually great poets and calligraphers. Some of them gained fame for their beautiful verses. However, the Qianlong emperor became infamous for how bad his poetry was. Yet, he wrote 43,000 poems. Many of them were actually written by ghostwriters. He was accused of having plagiarized or stolen people's poems, and he was an overall terrible poet. I will now recite a poem of his inspired by the falling snow. So basically, brace yourself for some terrible poetry. Here it goes. One piece, another piece, another piece. 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4, 5 pieces, 6 pieces, 7 pieces, 8, 9 pieces, all fly into the flowering reeds and disappear. Terrible, right? Okay, anyway, continuing onwards, the history of the Chinese Empire is crazy, and I love learning and reading about it. It's so fascinating, and primarily because it lasted for 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000. Basically lasted a long time. Cultures changed. Each emperor had his own quirks. Innumerable wars broke out. I remember going to the Great Wall of China and being astounded by the sheer size of the ambition someone had to build it. We often think about it as a wall, a plain vanilla wall. But the truth is that it is a fortification, and there are people who have lived their lives around it. It took generations to create it. So when I was there, we once had a guide. She was a fantastic guide, and she took us around the Great Wall of China. She would take us to a spot, explain it to us, and then she would disappear. She would let us roam around, take pictures, and experience the walk all by ourselves. Then, when it was time to go to the next spot, she would just magically appear. We had just finished taking our photos, and she would magically appear and take us to the next place. There, she would explain this new area, and once again, once we had understood it all, she disappeared. And this made this whole experience very enjoyable, as opposed to a guide who was always intrusive and in your face and who never left you alone. In life as well, we are often given opportunities to guide others, be it friends, colleagues, or even children. And we're given these opportunities because we know something or have experienced that which they haven't. When this happens, we get invested in that result. We want them to succeed or to ace whatever it is that they are doing, that we are guiding them on. Soon their problem becomes our problems, and our egos get involved into the situation. We become helicopter parents or clingy coaches. We lose our ability to release ourselves from the person that we're trying to help. And the truth is, if we're constantly going to be there helping them, they will never grow. If we solve their problems, they will never learn. They will never get a unique perspective on life. If we always are there showing our perspective to them. Our job is simple. We guide them and then step aside. Guide and step aside. So your super simple habit starts by remembering to separate your ego from the person that you're trying to help. Your job is to guide, and that is it. As a guide, you give them the knowledge, the tools to do well in life or whatever it is that they want to achieve. But the key to being a good guide is to remember to step aside. Keep repeating this to yourself as you guide your children, guide your friends, guide your colleagues. Repeat it as you are helping a friend get over a breakup. Guide and then step aside.